Hello, my name is Amy Britton-Cox, and I'm the Director of the Professional LLM programs here at Osgoode Professional Development. Thanks very much for joining me to learn more about Osgoode's professional LLM programs. Osgoode is unique in graduate legal education in Canada. We offer over 17 specialized LLM programs, as well as a general LLM. This online information session deals with all of our LLM programs, except for the LLM in International Business Law and the Canadian Common Law program. For more information on those two programs, please visit our website. In addition to this information session video, there is also another video you'll find on our website, which has clips from LLM alumni and faculty who teach in the program. I strongly encourage you to find this video on our website and view it. It is a very good snapshot of our program. It shows our facility and has some great pieces of information from folks who are very familiar with the program, either as students or faculty. For this online information session, I'm going to run through some of the features of the professional LLM program and tell you what makes it really unique. I'll speak briefly about the tuition and application process, and at the end of this slide deck, you'll find contact information for our admissions office. In addition to this online information session, there is a great deal of information on our website about our programs, but please also feel free to contact our admissions office, who would be happy to speak with you about any questions you may have. So let me tell you some of the program features that make the professional LLM really unique. The Osgoode's professional LLM is an opportunity to study with leading academics both from Osgoode Hall Law School, from other leading Canadian universities and law schools, and senior practitioners. Our faculty come from a range of backgrounds and from all across Canada and also outside of Canada. So this is a really unique opportunity to be part of a vibrant academic community. Our student body is comprised of professionals from across Canada, from all levels of practice and all manner of backgrounds. The LLM is an opportunity to expand your network, and it's also an opportunity to learn not only from those teaching the courses, but from the knowledge and experience of those sitting right next to you in the classroom. Osgoode offers access to an unparalleled selection of courses. We have 17 LLM specializations, each of which has a unique course-based curriculum. The result is that we have a broad range of courses running every term across multiple areas. Our programs are specifically designed for working professionals, both the content as well as the delivery and scheduling. The majority of our programs are part-time and are generally done over approximately 2 years' time. Certain specializations may offer the opportunity to accelerate or decelerate, but in general, the completion time will be about 2 years. The delivery of our courses is done in a very flexible way with the working professional in mind. So we have a few manners of scheduling courses. First of all, we have weekly evening classes, and those are classes that are held once a week from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we schedule classes at that time to accommodate those who join us from Western Canada, where it's 4 p.m., but we don't want to make it too late for those who join us from the East Coast of Canada. We also have intensive courses, and that is where a lot of the coursework or the classwork gets done all in one go. So you might have a 2.5-day intensive, which is a Thursday night, a Friday 9 to 5, and a Saturday 9 to 5. Or depending on the credit value of the course, you may have an intensive course that is 4.5 or 5 days in a row. What this does is it allows all of the coursework to be delivered in one go, and the rest of your term is taken up with completing the evaluation for the course. We also have hybrid weekly intensive courses. So a course may be a combination of, say, 6 evening lectures from 7 to 10 p.m. EST, followed a few weeks later by a 2.5-day intensive. So the course scheduling that we've created, these evening weekly classes and intensive classes, is meant to interfere with your work schedule as little as possible. We have 3 terms in the professional LLM. We have the fall term, which is September to December. We have the winter term, which is January to April. And then we have what we call the summer or spring term, which is April to June. We don't sit any classes in July and August. Now, I want to give you a sense of what the time commitment is for the LLM. So, in each LLM program, you need to complete 36 credits. And the 36 credits are done through courses that are either 3 credits or 6 credits. The standard completion would be doing 6 credits a term over 6 terms. So that's 2 years. And what that means in concrete terms for your schedule is that in general, each term you would be doing 36 hours in the classroom, either through weekly classes or intensive classes, depending on your specialization. So that should give you a sense of the time commitment involved for the in-classroom portion of the degree. That's approximately 36 hours per term in the classroom. Of course, there's preparation time, and there's also time to complete the final evaluation for the course. Our programs are course-based. So there's 2 options for completion, but both are coursework based. The first is you can do the degree completely by coursework only, but you also have the option of doing the degree by coursework, plus taking 1 term of the degree to write a major research paper of 70 pages. I should mention that for the LLM and alternative dispute resolution, a major research paper is required. For all of the other LLM specializations and the general LLM, you have the option of doing the degree by coursework only. This makes the program incredibly flexible, and you can also enter the program with the intention of writing a major research paper, but change your mind partway through the program and decide to complete by coursework only. This format of a course-based degree works very well for working professionals who may find it difficult to engage in a lot of independently directed studies. At the same time, the LLM gives you the opportunity to undertake a major piece of research should you want. And of course, a major research paper is an excellent opportunity to work one-on-one with a faculty member, to write a sizable piece of work and potentially to get published. A number of our alumni and current students go on to get their MRPs published. Another aspect of the professional LLM that is really unique is that our programs are distance learning accessible. This means that we have a student body that is comprised of professionals from all across Canada and beyond. We have students as far away as Europe, the Middle East, South America. There's 2 aspects that make our program distance learning accessible. The first are intensive courses. So again, there are some courses that are scheduled on an intensive basis, which means that all of the coursework is done in one go. So some of those courses require travel to Toronto, but we have another feature, video conferencing, which alleviates the need to travel to Toronto all that many times. So for our weekly for our weekly courses, for example, those are all video conferenced. Students would attend from across Canada, tuning in by our video conference technology. All of our programs are available through video conference, except for the LLM and alternative dispute resolution, which has a high level of interactivity and classroom engagement and requires attendance in Toronto. The LLM and alternative dispute resolution is scheduled as a series of intensive courses, so it does require travel to Toronto about 5 or 6 times over the course of the 2 years. All of our other professional LLM specializations are available through video conference. Many of the courses in those specializations are video conference, but occasional attendance in Toronto will be required. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the video conference equipment, which makes our degrees distance learning accessible. It is a 2-way interactive live technology, and it's meant to facilitate a high level of dialogue and discussion in the classroom. So at the back of the classroom in Toronto, there are 2 screens. On the one screen, there'll be a sort of Hollywood Squares style picture of each of the distance learning students. And on the second screen, whichever distance learning student spoke last or is currently speaking will appear in a larger image. What this means is for the instructor in Toronto and for the other students in Toronto, there is really a sense of the distance learning participants being in the classroom. Now, what happens for the distance learning participants is in the classroom in Toronto, we have an operator who, at the back of the classroom, who is panning around a camera. So who's ever speaking, whether it's the instructor or another student in Toronto, they will be on screen for the distance learning participants. So it really is a very interactive technology, and it facilitates a high level of dialogue. It means we have a very geographically diverse student body with professionals joining us from all across Canada. Let me address evaluation in the program. We don't have any sit-down exams in the professional LLM. The evaluation is generally by way of take-home exam or final paper. There are some courses where there may be some portion of in-class assessment in the form of a presentation, participation, or in some courses, in particular specializations, you may have a mock arbitration or a mock cross-examination or direct examination, for example. But for the most part, the evaluation will generally be by final take-home exam or paper. The range is generally about 15 pages for a 3-credit course and 25 to 30 pages for a 6-credit course. And the deadline for the evaluation is generally about 4 weeks after the course is completed. It depends on the particular class, and that will vary, but in general, there's a break of a few weeks before the final evaluation is due. For those who are members of a law society that has mandatory continuing professional development hours, our program, we work hard to make our programs meet those needs for you. LLM classes automatically qualify for CPD substantive hours. So for those who have CPD requirements, in general, you need 9 hours a year of substantive CPD hours. Our classes easily fulfill that annual requirement. Now, you also have potentially a 3-hour professionalism CPD requirement. We do our best to accredit professionalism in our classes, and we'll let you know on the schedules where we do so. If it's not possible for you to receive your 3 hours of professionalism content through your LLM courses, then we make best efforts to make certain half and full day CLE programs, either in person in Toronto or online, available to you for free so that you can complete those 3 hours of CPD professionalism that you need each year. It's our goal to ensure that you don't have to pay extra money to get your CPD content while you're a student in the LLM. I've mentioned the LLM specializations that we have. We have approximately 17, and I've also made reference to the general LLM program. The general LLM is a way to create a fully customized and tailored degree. With the general LLM, you choose courses from a number of different LLM specializations to create a program that fits with your academic interests and practice experience. The general LLM can be done on a part-time basis, similar to all of our other LLM specializations, but we also have a full-time option for the LLM in general law. And in that case, the degree would be completed over 3 terms, which is about 12 months. The general LLM can be started in either the fall term, the winter term, or the summer term. The general LLM is only open to those who already have a JD or an LLB degree. All of the other LLM specializations are open for application from those who don't have a JD or LLB, but do have domain knowledge relevant to the specialization that they're applying to. I will note, however, that those admitted to the program without a JD or LLB will need to complete an 1-week intensive course, either at the beginning of August, or either at the end of August or the beginning of January, which is called Introduction to Canadian Graduate Legal Studies. One thing that makes the professional LLM really unique is the level of administrative support provided to our students. Our goal is to make the program, from an administrative perspective, as easy and straightforward as possible. So we have a graduate program assistant who works with the students in each of the specializations. That graduate program assistant is your main point of contact for any questions that arise, and he or she makes sure that you know what you need to do and when you need to do it. So the graduate program assistant registers you and enrolls you for courses. They canvass you at the beginning of each term, asking for your course selections, and then they will enroll you in those courses. They provide access to course materials and textbooks, and they also maintain course websites where you will find the supplementary material for your courses, as well as PowerPoint slides, links to audio or video recordings of the lectures, and other important information. The graduate program assistants collect your assignments, and they distribute your grades. So they're there to answer any questions that come up about any administrative matters, financial or tuition matters for you. They offer a high level of support to our students and make it a very smooth experience. This slide has the professional LLM specializations that we have starting both in fall 2013 and winter 2014. Most of our LLM specializations start every year or so, but some start less frequently than that, and I've put an asterisk beside intellectual property law, which we have starting in fall 2013. This program will not be starting up again for a few years after fall 2013, so if you're interested in it, I would encourage you to apply for a fall 2013 start. Most of our other programs start more frequently. You'll notice between these two boxes there are some programs that appear twice, such as administrative law or constitutional law. Those are programs that operate on a rolling admission basis, so students can start in fall 2013 or in winter 2014 and join in on the course that the current students are already enrolled in. The admission requirements are clearly spelled out on our website, but let me briefly address them here. All applicants must submit official transcripts, and they do need to be sent directly from the universities that you've attended. We require a CV, two references, a personal statement, and the application fee. With respect to the references, I do get asked many questions about this. The suitability of the reference is a judgment call. So we encourage academic references, but sometimes they aren't appropriate for individuals who have been who graduated from law school quite a while back. In that case, an academic reference may be stale dated, and a professional reference would be acceptable as long as that reference can attest to your ability to succeed in an academic program. Those who apply to the program without a JD or LLB are required to submit a writing sample, and this should be an academic writing sample if you have one. If not, a professional writing sample will suffice. If you are applying without a JD or LLB, please ensure that you highlight your relevant professional experience and educational experience relevant to the specialization that you are applying to. And we will occasionally conduct interviews with applicants to the LLM program. Again, our website has a great deal of information about tuition, but let me make a few points. For part-time students, the tuition fees are billed in 6 installments. So each term, as you progress through the program, you'll do 6 terms, there is an installment each term. So you don't need to pay all the tuition up front. It'll be billed over 6 installments. If you are a full-time general LLM student, the program fee is billed over 3 installments, which corresponds to the 3 terms of the program. The tuition fees currently posted are for 2012-2013, but I note that there will likely be approximately 5% tuition increase for those starting in fall 2013. The fees include course materials and meals, but exclude the cost for the video conference equipment. The video conference equipment is approximately $600. And the reason why we require students to purchase the video conference equipment is a quality assurance measure. In the past, we allowed students to use whatever webcam and mic that they had, but as a quality assurance measure, we now have proprietary hardware and software package that we require students to purchase to ensure a really high quality experience, both for those who are studying from their home or office computer and those who are in the classroom in Toronto. Let me just mention about course materials. They are included in the program fee. Textbooks are provided in hard copy, and supplementary materials are provided electronically on the course websites. For fall 2013 admission, we do have limited spaces available. If you're interested, please consider applying as soon as possible, and please contact our admissions office. For winter 2014, the deadline is October 1st. I'll mention one other feature of the professional LLM program. We have many degree programs, but we also have something called single course enrollment, which is the ability to apply to take a single LLM course, either on an audit basis or with assessment, i.e. for credit, in which case, if the course is successfully completed, you may wish to later apply for advanced standing in a professional LLM program. This is a great way to get a taste of graduate education, see if the degree is something that you may like to undertake in the future. It's also a great way for senior practitioners to fulfill substantive CPD requirements in a more creative way, perhaps, than attending a CLE program. Contact information for our admissions office is on this slide, and you'll also find it on our website. Please do contact us if you have any questions that aren't answered by the information on our website, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.